Alright, let's get loaded back in here. Take a few minutes to get reacquainted with where we left off yesterday. And we will definitely be finishing this run today. In fact, it probably won't even take 30 minutes, and so we'll get started with our next run. I have a few ideas of how I want to get started on it. Between what buildings to build first, as we were talking about yesterday, as well as an attempt at getting the rush achievement of completing the game within 100 turns. I think Alada is going to be the best god to take for that route, but we will see. So starting in our village, we are making a bunch of gambling swords, hoping to get the medic skill on a couple. Although our medic skill is already beastly, so it's not as high priority as it once was. Our main group is heading back towards the cosmic tree. And we have yet to encounter giants or even discover a lair of giants, so I doubt we're going to complete the giant portion of the quest today. We'll probably end up skipping it. It's going to cost us the 50 points, and with our bonus, it's roughly, like 115 points max we would have gotten. And then we have our weak links, which doesn't look like they were gathering anything, so we were sending them out to collect more diamond. Or maybe not, because their supplies are very low. We were sending them home. Oh, they did collect diamond. I just completely overlooked that. And then our misfits are gathering rubies so that we can make some more blood pendants for the rest of our medics. We do have two pretty fledgling medics in this misfits group alone, so they will need more gear before the end of the game. Otherwise, that's pretty much it, so let's go ahead and get started.
You see the skies darken and the air getting heavy. The wind picks up and thunder strikes. Strangely, this seems to happen only around you, as you see clear skies up ahead.
Okay, well, let's figure out what's going on.
You realize very quickly that you must have stumbled upon a territory claimed by the wind demons, the Vili. Known for their territorial instincts, the Vili do not like intruders and rarely take time to discuss the matter. Indeed, you now see several winged creatures circling you among the dark clouds.
Alright, let's hex them.
You know the right ritual to banish such demons, so you can try to perform it quickly.
And even though I'm confident in our ability to win, let's go ahead and do this ourselves. Kind of work the kinks out, get back into the flow of playing this card game. Alright, tactical options. Well, we got a few good ones. Let's go ahead and get both offensive cards knocked out. That's all we're going to be able to do. So 12 damage to kill that one. She's up to the task. And then we will just send out somebody else to get ready for this card. Looks like also 12 life, so there.
The ritual worked, and the Vili shriek in pain and run away from you. One of them is struck by the magic so badly that she turns into a pile of precious stones that fall beneath your feet.
Alright, Moonstone's always good. Additional magic is great. One of our medics and one of our gatherers. And we got the blessing. Good experience.
You come across a dead body lying in some sort of ditch. The corpse is literally stomped into the ground.
Is he alive?
Your medic
He
realizes
is.
the person is still alive. You band together to try to save him, but you must all help out.
Alright, we'll auto-resolve this
Manage to
one.
stop the bleeding and patch the person up. Later, once they can walk again, they tell you what happened. It was terrible, terrible, I tell you. Out of nowhere, a giant foot appeared and just walked right over me. I've seen many things in Thea, but I have not seen such a creature before. It was larger than a troll, more like a big dragon. I don't know what it was. Thank you for the rescue.
We're now at 78 medic skill in this team. And sadly did not join us.
You find your way back to the elven guardian, Alicia, and discover him sitting on a rock, meditating. He still looks very weak, but as you walk towards him, he wakes and looks at you. So you have what we need?
Yes, but we got some questions.
Later. Let us make the compass while I have the strength.
Okay.
Alicia stretches out his arms for you to hand him the shards. When you do, he closes them in his palms and begins to sing. You do not understand the language, but his voice is soft as a whisper on the wind. Each word feels like a flower petal gently caressing your skin, and the melody carries in the air like a sweet smell of home-baked cakes or your mother's smile. When the song stops, you feel your souls lifted with joy, and you see a silver acorn in Alicia's hands. The acorn has a blue light on its top, and it points in one direction wherever you move it.
You have any hopes for thing you would like in Thea 2? That's a good question. I would like to see even more resources and additionally more things that are craftable. Crafting is kind of a big draw for me when it comes to games.
Barely hear him. His body has become almost transparent. Yes, this will lead you. I would go myself, but you see how much strength this has cost me, so it is up to you now. Beware. Now that the compass is made, I feel a great power resides in the direction it points to. Make sure you're ready to face whatever hides at your journey's end before you go.
A little bit more diversity in the style of gear would also be really nice, because while there's a little bit of room for people to debate what they feel is the best way to gear out their people, you pretty much have just like a couple sets of gear that you're always going to go to no matter what, because that's the best in the game. And I like having a little bit of diversity where you can make good arguments for, well, this armor's better because in these situations that you see more often, it's going to make you more powerful, versus this armor which just makes you straight up combat powerful. I'd like to see that become more of a focus.
Of course. I will try to answer anything you ask.
Okay, let's see. Sage Tower.
Okay, so what is your question?
We met this old crazy guy.
Interesting. And why on Thea would they do this?
To rid the world of magic.
The elf frowns. Rid Thea of magic? Preposterous. Do you realize how many lives will perish? Do you not have non-human friends? Do you not use magic? Have you never asked a friendly demon for aid? All of it, all, will be gone. A memory, myth.
True.
Of course. I will try to answer anything you ask.
What if gear had more random stats based on crafting skill? I see that being fun in the long run, but being very annoying for new players who might not understand the whole system yet. getting a lot of randomness in the gear they craft would kind of turn them off to it. So I think the way they have it now, in that if you want the randomness, you use gems as a type of gambling method, is good. I just wish that there was, I guess, better control of what that randomness might be. Like, you know, diamond would give you this chunk of possible selections for the stats, and the topaz would give you this chunk, and the ruby would give you this chunk, and that way it's still very much random, but you have just a little bit of control over what you're gonna get. This is an interesting option here. As the champions of Zorya, the many-faced goddess and guardian of the beast, we cannot permit for the rebirth of the cosmic tree. Such a fate would enslave Our Lady to the chains of the beast and the control of her elders once more. But if we choose another path, she too will be free. Sure, this sounds very interesting.
What are you talking about? Zorya is the favored daughter of Svarog. Why would she forsake her father thusly?
It is not about Svarog, and children must choose their own path. The sun god will adapt. Perhaps it is the time the new generation took charge, and the old stay back. The sun is only another star, after all.
What are you saying? You cannot. What of all the lives that will be lost? The ones who rely on the light and cannot change with you?
That is the natural order of things, my friend. Those who cannot change must fade away. Fear not. It is all as it should be. Wow, we are dicks.
And I cannot believe that any good will come of it. My people were not made for change. We are everlasting. But I will not stand in your way. The compass and the decision are yours, but you shall not see me again. If I am to perish, I will perish as I am now, not when the filth of the darkness takes myself away. Whatever you choose, I will grant you one final blessing. Farewell. The guardian closes his eyes, and before you, he slowly turns into a glass-like statue, serene and beautiful, untouched by the curse, as if he were merely asleep. But you do have the coordinates to find the cosmic seed anyway.
Question is, will we get anything different by doing this? Making that selection.
You see fresh boar tracks. It looks like a large pack. You come across the pack, and you're able to ambush them.
That's an auto-resolve.
The boar pack.
Our orc got some minor wounds, but whatever. Didn't really get anything amazing out of it, though. What do we got here?
As you look around and admire the world, you see something of interest in the distance. You spot a group of travelers trekking through the land. They look like nomads.
Ah, they disappeared. I wanted to know what they were. Okay.
As you look around and admire the world, you see something of interest in the distance. You spot some smoke, as if coming from a chimney somewhere up ahead. Perhaps there is a small settlement nearby.
Cool. We are lost, but still focusing on the cosmic tree. They can finally drop their stuff off and resupply. Let's see, we'll take one of those belts. And some bigos. And then did we get lucky on our swords? Attractive. Traps. Lots of dexterity. We did not. Sad face. Oh well. Alright, one more turn and we'll finally hit up the cosmic tree. Looks like the misfits are now out of supplies, so we'll break camp and head home with them as well.
You approach what looks like an animal lair. You feel strong magic protecting this place, but with the compass, you are able to see it and enter. Inside the lair, you see a stump of an enormous burnt-out tree and a gigantic snake-like creature intertwined around it. It has the long, slithering body of a snake and a forked tongue, yet its head is more like a drake. With sharp teeth and horned skull, it also hides wings on its back. It is staring right at you. So, the saviors of Thea have finally slithered in. I waited a long while for this.
I personally prefer a somewhat predictable crafting outcome than all the gambling. True. I mean, I like how the progression up the chain is very much set in stone, but I do really like the idea of your endgame gear being more of a gamble. That way it's more of a challenge and more work to get like the truly good stuff instead of just being guaranteed to get it. I like to have that sense of accomplishment that I have earned this gear.
Sure are you? And why is that? The mother tree does not reside in one place, silly mortal. And so, yes, this is her, in a way. I thought it fitting to snatch her seed and lay in wait right here. So, if you are victorious, the seed can be sown without delay, and if you follow another path, the mother will watch her defeat once more.
And who exactly are you?
I don't know yet. I have many names. Some call me Worm, some Slibinas, Smish, but you can call me Zmei the Devourer. It sounds more threatening that way, does it not?
Something that doesn't alienate fans of the current system but would also bring in new people? Yeah, very tough to do. Quality variation is more tolerable to me than stat variation. I can see how a lot of people would feel that way. Let's see. If you have to say that you're a badass, you're not much of a badass.
Damn, it did, didn't it? Oh well, Zmei will do. Who am I, you asked before? I am the ever-changing fate, the roll of the dice, the sudden storm on a clear day. Chaos, that is what I am.
Like a range for possible damage. I think what he's talking about is like the quality of the gear. So like right now you have either bad quality, normal quality, or good quality. What I wouldn't mind seeing is having that kind of broadened to where there's a range of qualities besides those three, and each, as you get higher and higher in that range, the stats of the gear go up as well. So like damage would increase, shielding would increase, armor would increase, and so on. That would be fascinating for me. Alright, why do you care about the seed or the tree or anything really?
Like the darkness, yes, I suppose so. But complete darkness, like it was before this seed started growing its tiny power. So I suppose I seek to throw us back into the void. A void is wonderfully chaotic, you see.
But won't we die?
Die? That's saying a lot. Many creatures may die, you certainly will. But I, for one, am curious what a lifeless Thea would look like. It was all going so wonderfully well until the sun decided to come back on us.
Will you just give us the seed?
To your first statement, I say I am no fortune teller. Were you to leave right now, I will likely stay, or maybe not, who knows. To your second request, no. Now, before we continue our talk and address the possibility of confrontation, I advise you to decide if you are indeed ready. For if we proceed, and if I am victorious in either flesh or mind, you will seal the fate of your precious Thea. I do not like duels that are uneven, so last chance to come back when you're ready.
Let's see, we have two options. We can do a social challenge or a fight. But it's a 5-skull challenge, and I don't know if we are quite up to par. I might just do the fight. Yeah, we have a couple badasses, and then everyone else is pretty much mediocre. So let's just go ahead and kill him. And that fits more in line with our god anyways. It would be amazing if you could attract a literal Zame using the attract beast. Like have a 0.001% chance of it happening, but just think of that one playthrough when it happens. You would feel amazing. Shit. Snakes do not have piercing. I don't remember. Let's send out a shield to be certain. Apparently they do not. That's good. Alright, Zame goes first. He's going to get quite a bit of damage on him, but not enough. We can first action up to 2 people if we wanted. Shit, we could even confuse this snake and not even worry about him. But I think if we poke with her, that should be good enough. 10, 31. This would then get doubled to 16, so 47. That's a kill. Let's see. What if I first actioned Darla? 62, 74, 110, and then his damage would be 160. Oh yeah, that would be a kill just between these two. So that's going to be the plan. Let's send out our hammer for now. He's good enough. He'll kill this one and wound that one. I'm not even going to worry about my counters, really. Our elf is 1 damage short of being able to kill this snake just right off the bat. Alright, let's send her out and then Slavomir. Might as well do the poke now, because that'll allow her to kill it if she attacks that way. I have no more spears, so I can't just kill it right off the bat. This has a pretty good chance of working. Nice. Boosted his damage by what, 2? That was a very interesting choice. Just in case, we're going to go ahead and confuse that one. Darla, first action. You're confused, doesn't work on anything. So you guys really aren't that useful, we'll just get closer. Goodbye, Zme.
You have defeated the Zmei. His monstrous body collapses with a thump and lies lifeless beneath your feet. But from beneath the carcass appears a much smaller worm, smiling at you as he speaks. My, defeated by a bunch of villagers. Although it is a fate that great heroes share with me, I never thought a pitchfork could be my earthly undoing. Your gods do laugh at me now. How I do love chaos. How I long to witness what wonderful fate humanity will bring us now. Well done, my friends. Here is your coveted cosmic seed. You place it on the tree's stump and paint this ancient rune with your own blood. The Zmei draws the symbol with his tongue. After that, this place will fall under a protection spell that even I won't be able to penetrate. In time, a long time, most likely several of your generations, the tree will grow once more. Or it will not. Its fate is in your hands. I shall watch your decision with pleasure, little one. With his last words, the Zmei turns around and disappears into thin air.
Got a divination ring we don't really need. And a crap ton of stats gained. So we could burn it and follow the Academy's way and start the Age of Reason where everything magical dies, or we could follow the Children of the Night's way and hide the seed so that things stay as they are now. I want to see what happens when we follow the Academy's way.
You take the seed in your hands and throw it into the flames of the fire. At first, it seems the silver speckle resists the red flames, but in time it weakens, and with a final cry that bursts your ears, it explodes into silver splinters, freezing the fire in a shiny statue. You notice that a group of non-humans stands close by, trying desperately to walk through some invisible barrier. You're not sure if it is the Zmei or maybe the old sage that is helping you, but it matters not. The tree's stump begins to slowly decay again. You know it will not die soon. It will take long years, if not decades. But the decline of magic has begun. The old sage stands before you, smiling.
Ah, so reason and knowledge have won. Fear not, my friends. This was a brave decision, but the right one. We will be slaves to magic and superstition no more. Life must progress. The wheel must turn, and humanity has its time now. If you will have me, I will now join you.
And this totally is a woman image. Interesting. Sure, welcome aboard. Let's see your stats. You have decent life. Oh, you're level 11, that's why. Amazing folklore. Good intelligence, great at speech challenges. Let's see. I am becoming a real fan of the magic stat. My gameplay has been adjusted to focus on getting more magic. Yeah, a lot of the challenges that go for magic seem a hell of a lot easier than the other options. Are you sure she is a female? No comment. All right, let's take a look at this now. Does that count for our? Let's see, current score. Oh, we never did our God's Duty quest. What? I could have swore I did that. Oh, no, right there. Look at that. Alright, let's go hit that up real quick. That'll give us more points. We're being attacked by some blood bees. That's an auto resolve. We gained a level off that, defeating the Zme and burning the seed. Let's see, our misfits, that's all pretty good. Our weak links, more strength, defying their own name. Our main group, looks like a lot of health, that's always good. And then our village, ooh, Nearat, good man, ooh. Both of them. Cool beans. Unliving Lord. That's an interesting one. And some bears. Alright, let's drop off all their stuff. Take the belt and some bigos. And now he can actually have armor thanks to the belt. There you go, Coach Zeg. Now you're protected. Alright. It's through the snow. Alright, one more turn. Still getting a lot of 2 and 3 skull fights. It's kind of weird. Three goblin warriors. They would not stand a chance against us. We just took on the world ender, for God's sake.
Imprinted in your minds by the professors. It is an old tower that seems to reach the very skies. Its surface is pure ivory, yet strangely shimmering as the sun rays hit its smooth surface.
Let's go in.
As you move closer, you see a balcony that looks unsettlingly like a large skeletal hand, and in its palm there stands a tall, hooded man, while a young girl cowers behind him. The man speaks in a clattering, hard voice.
Halt! Who goes?
I'm super buff with that belt. Yes, you are. No giants yet? Yeah. Yeah, typically they do, but we're still getting a lot of weak ones running around.
The girl, who stood silent and motionless throughout your encounter, steps out from behind her protector and spreads her arms out. The tower opens up before you, revealing a dark chamber inside. The oracle silently gestures for you to enter. As you approach, you have a strange sensation, as if you're about to face yourself in there.
And ironically, if you were to go back and look at days, 2 and 3 of this run through, we were 70 turns in and suddenly getting 4 skull fights and just destroyed. That's why we got some of our early deaths from those 7 that you saw. And now we're back down to 1 and 2 skull fights approaching us.
You enter the tower and find yourselves floating in a strange, vast space filled with stars. There is an overwhelming silence and peace until a beast, woven from pure starlight, appears before you and begins to charge. A figure, no, 2 figures, stand in its way, just as it was about to devour you. And you know that you now stand before Zorya. Your goddess stands ready for battle, holding her axe in one hand and a set of stellar chains in another, as if ready to chain you up.
Not accidentally playing on super easy mode, right? It's the streamer cheats. Only we know about them. Let's see. Yeah, our goddess would not want us to kneel down and accept slavery. We're gonna fight. Oh, that's right, we have the scholar. Damn it. Your waste of a slot. Poke would be 13, 39. Yeah, that's a kill. And then looks like they can have spears, so we'll start with a shield. Okay, you guys are interesting. Let's go ahead and do some countering while we're here. There's the Morning Star. Let's confuse that one. She kills that, he kills that. We're good. Kill, kill, kill. This fight's over.
Well done, my brothers and sisters in arms. Together we shall hunt Simargl and tear my power out of its open guts. Despite my weakness, I kept the beast in slumber all these years, but it is time to wake it and reclaim my power. I shall bless you now, so that together we may truly hunt.
Lots of interesting looking gear. Not that good though. That is pretty nice. We have better now, but try to remember that recipe later. I wonder if the giants don't show up until both the Divine Quest and the Cosmic Tree Quest are completed. That would be no on your theory. I have done quite a few playthroughs where I haven't done any quests and killed the Shadow Giant first and then did the Cosmic Tree and the Divine Quest. Why would the god give me a bad quality weapon? That's just dumb. Good theory though, Eventide, but no. 2 bad qualities. You have failed me, Zorya. And we got animal kinship. That's a crap ton of points. And he is right there. We have no more movement though. She is a sore loser. This god sucks.
Not an easy place to grow up.
Wow, we're getting children growing up again.
One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
We can change the child's sex. Look at this. We can make it a female and have it go the witch route, or conversely, make it a male and go the sage route. That makes a lot of sense. It doesn't matter. We're about to end this run. Baska, you are female.
The village celebrates this joyous occasion. The youngster places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
You do not have anything really amazing about you, sadly. A lot of 1 skills.
A scholar arrives at your doorstep, encumbered with books and scrolls. He speaks to you in an excited, giddy voice. Ah, you are the ones who helped us begin a new age of wisdom. Our university is rebuilding. It is only a small settlement now, but still, please do come along and visit, for you may learn something. The scholar stays only a while, then leaves again.
Awesome.
The skies darken, the air becomes thick and stuffy, and a chilling silence befalls the land. Then a hungry grumble tears across the land, and the sky is torn by a white flash of Perron's fury. A thundering storm cuts through the skies, and your village is in its path.
Okay,
The
brace
storm
ourselves.
rages for hours on end. Thunder strikes from the heavens, bringing destruction and fear. Trees fall before your eyes, stones fly as the angry winds blast into every corner of the land. Fires break out where the angry hand of Perron hits hardest. As your people try to stay safe, some inevitably fall prey to small injuries. The storm is nearly over, but the last few angry thrusts seem more vicious than ever. One of the people, terrified and confused by the chaos, runs out into the open and finds shelter under a tree.
Oi. If we leave him be, he dies, or she, so we're gonna have to take more wounds to save this person.
You run after the fool and try to take them back to a safer place, but a thunder strikes the tree they were hiding under. You both receive some burns, but you see the tree fall where your friend stood just seconds ago.
I'm gonna assume it's our new person, Baska.
You stop to rest and look up at the night sky when you see a swarm of crows circling nearby. Moments
Oh
later,
boy.
a woman dressed in an alluring red dress approaches you. With
1, 2, 3. Oh shit.
Yet what is life without a little danger? The women in your party seem unaware of any visitors.
We have 3 women in this group.
You try to speak to the woman, but words fail you. You do see her sharp fangs, but they are so white and neat. You do see her red eyes, but red really suits her. She smiles the sweetest smile and whispers, "Come to me, be with me."
Resist!
With your sheer willpower, you manage to stop yourself from following the woman, but you are unable to even move for fear she will take hold of you. But you do feel your resistance is weakening the streaker. The women in your group step forwards.
Protect the men! Ah, so our goblin skirmisher is also a female. Well, that's helpful. Now we're not as weak as I was thinking we were. Let's get a counter out. There's one Striga down. We can't kill that rat, sadly. We could confuse it, but that's kind of wasteful. I guess I'll still send her out. Shield her, and then send out our skirmisher. She got overkilled. That's okay.
You defeated the monsters. As they lie slain, the spell is broken, and the men are themselves again.
And they became more willful. Alright, we have... wrong group. Pretty sure she's still guaranteed to live. Let's see. 22 wounds divided by her 14 life. That's 158% to begin with. Take away the 70 survival rate. And now our medics. 48. 71. So she has a 17% chance to die. Being overkilled by that much. Not bad. That is one thing they could fix on the next game. Put the gender on the card. True. I 100% agree with that. Who else is bleeding out? Nobody in the Misfits. Ah, Martadusa. Because of the Peyrune event, she is severely wounded. But she's still guaranteed to survive. If we look at our medics... 17, so 34, 44. Yeah, she's guaranteed to survive. She's good. Alright, where is that bastard? Ooh, he's coming to us.
Proved a difficult prey. Despite his weakened state from the long sleep he was under, the world-devouring beast was ready to fulfill its destiny, as it destroyed any life it came close to. Finally, you caught its trail, and you are certain he is within your reach.
Let's kill him.
True to the tales, Simargl is a sight to behold. His half-celestial, half-infernal form brings chills to your spines even before you see him fully. Among the shadows he traverses, his bright white eyes glimmer with the cold desire to devour anything and everything. Now is the time to act.
We feel Zorya's presence upon us, and we know she will shield us from our presence from the beast, so we may stalk and hunt it down. Well, let's hunt.
Indeed, as soon as you make the decision, you feel a shroud of protection upon you as you slowly stalk your prey.
Become the hunters and get our prey. It's the final fight, I'm assuming, so I'll handle it myself. Options. I don't know what level everything is, so let's start with a counter offense 14. Ah, the 5s would have worked. And then counter tactic. Okay. Do I have any confuses? I do not. I do have some first actions, and that's good enough for me. So 7 and 13. So we need the 13 to go out first. Can we first action her? We can. And then we need somebody to do 7. Darla can handle that. First action her. And then we just need to do 11 to kill this one. These two combined will do so. Then her, then her. We're done.
Like a bird of prey or a predator from the southern
Nice.
jungles, you masterfully stalk your unknowing prey. You pierce the beast's heart with a long spear, then tear open its belly to retrieve Zorya's power from Simagul's bloody guts. The World Devourer cannot be killed, of course, but he is yours. You see a collar made of pure starlight appear next to you.
And our shade is gained more animal. Oh, her first points of animal kinship. Let's see. Before you shackle Simagul, take a closer look at the collar as you feel Zorya's power calling you.
You look at the collar, and you have a sudden realization of the true meaning of Simagul's fate. The Pantheon can drain power from the beast, while it is held by Zorya's special collar. But because you have proven yourself beyond reproach in following Zorya's path, you have gained much power, and you can now change the fate of the gods. If you so choose, you can break the collar into shackles instead, and these will give power only to Zorya, making her the new supreme goddess.
Internet keeps going in and out. Guess I should go to bed. Alright, Kojasek, have a good night. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. We'll catch you again later. Yeah, let's change the Pantheon. Why not? Zorya is now the new supreme ruler of the Pantheon. All hail Zorya.
You break the collar into shackles and place them on the beaten beast. Simagul's body lights up and it is lifted into the skies. You can already feel Zorya's presence growing. It will take decades before your goddess can truly take her power, but there is none within the Pantheon that can now be called equal to her might. You find gifts from Zorya lying before you.
Another good crossbow and some diamonds, and we're all more perceptive. In with the new, out with the old.
Before you depart, you see a goblin
What the hell?
in leathers and carrying his head up high.
I have answered the call of my lady Zorya. As a beastmaster of Clan Toothbreakers, I was chosen to join your cause and aid you however I can.
You feel he speaks the truth.
Let's see, not much life. You are pretty good in a speech challenge, at least for soaking up damage. Good strength. You would think a Beastmaster would have a little bit more animal kinship than 5. Not bad. Alright. There we see. Oh, it's 70 points. Even better. And like I said, we still haven't encountered any giant, so I'm going to give up on finishing this one for Zorya. We've already made it almost to level 4. So I think this is going to be a perfect time to end this run. And I don't know if it shows up on the stream or not, but we got... Oh, it's behind my image. We got the full Pantheon, so we have unlocked every single god now. Let's see, what changed on this? Restoring the old ways was almost within your reach, but you have chosen a different path altogether. Upon discovering that it was man who purposely destroyed the cosmic tree, you began to understand the reasons. Magic, with all its might, was stifling any true progress and keeping man one step behind the elder peoples, keeping Thea in stagnation. You chose to finish the job your ancestors began. You chose to destroy the seed of the cosmic tree once and for all, and thus rid Thea of magic for good. Upon finding magic's last remaining hope, the seed of the cosmic tree, you bested the master trickster Zme. You took the seed from his slithering clutches, and then you burned it to a cinder. In the centuries to come, magic began to dwindle, and many wonders of Thea withered away. The elder people, elves and dwarves, the night children, orcs, goblins, and trolls, they all weakened and perished into distant memory. But as the winds of magic subsided, so did the power of the many demons that plagued Thea. Werewolves and strigas, the dreaded Baba Yaga, and the many field demons preying on children all lost their bite and soon became naught but a fairy tale, a folk story told by the fireside to scare the young ones. Mankind changed and grew, progress in science took precedence, and in the distant future, cities of steel and glass will tower over the lands. Your village will continue to thrive and grow. It will likely meet with many trials and tribulations, but whatever becomes of it, you have secured the future of Thea and of mankind. You guided your people to solve the mystery of your own divine fate and discover how your godly powers were assaulted. And then it looks like the rest is still the same. We did not do the giants, so they still threaten our future. What? Yay! Another rundown. So let's update some things. We're going to start a new run. We have 0 deaths.